everybody, Simply Alexis here, and today I am going to speak to you about some cosmetics you don't normally hear about. Well, at least these companies are not really well known for their cosmetics, but for other things. For example, Victoria's Secret. Like today, I did my cosmetics with the products that I speak of. Of course, some of these products are definitely ones from companies that you've heard of. And first of all, I do have a YouTube posted for the cosmetics I actually did today. And if it's not posted yet, it will be. This one may make it on there before the other one does. Okay, so first of all, what I did was I used Airbrush for my foundation and my blush. And the system that I like to use is this Dinair system. And Dinair system comes with an air gun. It's not like the Temp2 that you see that has the ready-made cartridges that you snap on. And what I like about this Dinair system is the fact that you can mix colors. My tone is really difficult at times, and like in the summertime I may have to mix two different foundations, and that Temp2 cartridge doesn't allow you to do that, whereas this system does. Because what you do is you actually drop the cosmetic in here and you can mix it. But the color that I'm using today, the foundation at least, is the Light Golden Beige by Dinair. Here it is. And this is really tiny, but you only need maybe 8 drops to do your whole face. And they do come bigger. This just came with my kit. And the blush that I'm wearing, and I really, really like this color, is called a Bronze Rose. And here it is. And they come in various shades, and this is one of my favorite. It works better for me, for my skin tone, but they do have really nice shimmery ones, and they also have eyeshadow. But I didn't use the eyeshadow today. The eyeshadow I did use is by Victoria's Secret. Actually, these are loose pigments, and I really like them because they're really inexpensive. I love MAC pigments too, but they're kind of costly. And these, I mean, really, nice size. And the colors I used today are Stardust, Lovedust, okay, Skydust, and Silverdust. Dust, okay. I guess because it's loose, they want to call it dust. But they're actually, what they're called is Brilliant Shimmer Shadow. And it's really nice. I like the way they went on. But I will give you a trick so it doesn't fly all over the place. And I don't think I pointed it out on my tutorial, but a lot of times I dip my brush into what they call eye color sealer. And this is by Pixie. And you can use this. I just put it in a little, like a small container, and just kind of dip my brush in there and then dip into the actual pigments. That way it holds. I really like the pigments, but sometimes they're really hard to handle. But if you can see, I mean, they give you very nice colors. And that's not the only thing I use, because you see some yellows, and I didn't show you the yellow, and you see some oranges in here. And the makeup I use for that is the 120 palette. And different companies make them, but the one I have is from Sedona Lace. And they come 120 little round discs for those of you who've never seen them before. And they come right out of the palettes, and they come like this. And I mean, you can't possibly use all of the colors. I mean, you're like, oh my god, look how tiny, how cute. But the thing is, there's no way you can use all of this. I don't use all of this, and I put on makeup every single day. And there's one. And actually, right now, they have 3 different editions. I ordered the other 2 already. And this is the, I believe this is a 2nd edition. And I ordered the 1st and the 3rd edition, and I believe the 3rd edition has a little more matte, which I like. This is pretty shimmery, but there is a mix of frost, satins, and mattes, and it's so pretty. I mean, you see how bright this is, and believe it or not, these are like $29, I think. And right now, if you go onto the, I believe it's called Beige Cosmetics, they have a holiday set, which is the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd edition, plus 66 lip gloss and a set of 10 brushes for like $129 or $130. Great deal. I wish I would have waited to get them, but now that I have them, I can't get another one. I almost did and give this to my daughter, but I'll save some money. Christmas is coming up. Anyway, so like I said, these are not expensive at all. And if you didn't have any other eyeshadows, I mean, a palette like that would get you very far. And this is all you need. And as far as my eyebrows, I actually use 2 different forms, a pencil and powder. And the reason why I do that is because I really have problems trying to get a nice shape just with powder, because I didn't get the control. Some people are really good at it, but I just can't seem to get the control. Plus I like the 3D effects that both the shadow and the powder and the pencil gives. And the pencil I used to use CoverGirl actually, and I really like CoverGirl, but this time I got talked into a MAC eyebrow pencil, but the CoverGirl one works great. It comes two in a package with a sharpener for like $8, and this alone I believe is $14, and they don't last very long because look how skinny they are, you know, skinny, and it is not sharpening type. It's, you just roll it up, whereas the CoverGirl one is actually the sharpening type. But I mean, it works just as good. So if you have that, it works. It's a pencil, for Christ's sakes. Okay, and also the powder that I use, sometimes I use MAC and Embark, but the one I like to use is the Anastasia, and she is a the company is particularly for eyebrows, and that's what she's known for. And this is a little cute little, it has a little butterfly in the front, and on the inside there's two lighter and a darker shade. Hey, look, you can see me. Hi. Anyway, okay, so, but I use the lighter shade. Sometimes I use a darker shade just to go underneath it. And what I use it with is this Anastasia number 7 brush, which comes with this little, like a, it's almost like a pipe cleaner, but it's a little bit more stiff. You know, this is how I straighten it all out. And then I take this and I kind of dip into it and just follow the line underneath after I do the pencil. That way it gives me, it gives it a 3D effect, makes it look more real instead of just written on. It's a soft, you see. And you know the funny thing is, I always try to get my eyebrows like perfectly even, but they're not built even, so I have to live with that. This one, you notice, has a higher arch. This one's a little bit more rounded, but that's okay. Nobody has two identical eyebrows. Not by nature, at least. Okay, so that's what I used on my eyebrows. And the eyeliner, you know, I was going to use the NYX eyeliner, and I have both of them out, the Urban Decay as well as the NYX. And I picked up the Urban Decay by habit, I guess, but NYX works just as good, and I love NYX, and they're just so affordable. And I discovered them through watching YouTube, and I said, you know, it can't be that good for $2.99, and I was wrong. They're great products, and I use them. I use the primer as NYX. And this is Urban Decay 24/7 in 0. And the thing I like about the pencil versus the liquid, like the next one I have is liquid, is the fact that you can smudge these. And that's the look that I have. I smudge the bottom, so that way it's a little bit smokier. And whereas with the liquid, you can't do that. And that's why I like the effects that pencils give. So, you know, you really can't say, I use strictly pencil, I use strictly liquid, unless you have the same look all the time. I mean, when I'm doing my cat's eyes, or I am doing something like a Cleopatra, then I'll use liquid. But for smudging, for the smoky look, definitely need that pencil. And I also like the gel as well. And I wear that usually when I go to work. It's easy to work with. You use any brush that feels comfortable to you. You just dip it in and brush. Anyway, getting back to what I use today. I got sidetracked. Okay, and what I always like to do to get a little bit of a shimmer is I like to put a bronzer. But a lot of the bronzers are too dark. But, you know, Too Faced bronzer came out with this color called Snow Bunny. I love this color. Why? Because it has pink in it. Okay, so as you notice, well, let me cover that up so I don't blind you. See, there's different strips. And what I like to do is I like to use the fan brush and kind of go over and then flip the fan brush and go over again. And I actually turn this whole thing so when I run the fan brush again, different colors sticks to it. And what I do is I just put it over my jawbone, and I also put it over my eye bone here, and my chin, and my nose. And you'll see that on my tutorial if you just check that out. But I really like these colors. And I used to like the Bobbi Brown, the square the block, but it's a little pricey, and this is like almost half the price, so I prefer, I mean, it does the same thing. Okay, and the next thing I used was, oh, this was a discovery I made. You know how you have 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 20 different lip liners, and you have one for every lipstick? Well, you